Present.
Hello, I'm Bob Warman. Welcome to Back to the Present, the quiz that takes a look back to the people, places and events that helped shape the Central Television region. And that region really covers an immense area, as you can see. It's from Stoke-on-Trent and Lincoln in the north, over to Peterborough, Northampton in the east, down to Swindon in the south, and across to the Welsh borderland of Hereford, Ludlow and Wrexham, not forgetting Birmingham in the West Midlands. In fact, it's the largest television region in the country. Well, now let's meet the teams who have to answer questions on that area, its people and places, to try and win through to the money run at the end of the show. More of that later. Let's meet today's first team, who are Pickers Party. So, introduce yourself, Pickers Party.
Hello, I'm Richard Bob, and I'm a postman.
And Brenda?
I'm a retired housewife, Bob.
Hi Bob, I'm Steve and I'm a technical support analyst.
And where did you get your name, Pickers Party?
Well, I'm the Pickers and this is my party.
Mrs. Pickers and Party.
Mrs. Pickers, this is my party.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And opposing you today are our team here, the Three Stooges. Introduce yourselves. Paul.
Hi Bob, obviously my name's Paul. I'm studying a master's degree at UCE in Birmingham.
Said.
Hello Bob, I'm Said and I'm a local government officer in the largest metropolitan authority in Britain.
Which is Birmingham.
Indeed, yes.
And Stan.
So I'm a retired space systems consultant.
Does that mean rockets, things like that, Stan?
Yeah, rockets and satellites, and I was in the space and defence business ever since there was a space business.
So you're good at rocket science. We'll see how good you are at the questions. Anyway, there we are. Welcome aboard the Three Stooges. So let's play Back to the Present, and we begin by taking a look around the region and a view of the past. It's up to each team member to select a screen numbered from 1 to 9 from the video wall, and some old news footage will come to light. With each film clip, there'll be a two-part question worth 4 points in total, 2 points for each part. And remember, players, you can confer in this round. Now, Three Stooges, you won the toss, so you go first. Paul, choose a frame.
4, please, Bob.
Paul's chosen 4. Let's see what's on it. Well, there we saw, Paul, 3 cars being offered at a Birmingham car dealer back in 1956. What crisis had caused this?
Suez Canal crisis?
You're correct. It's the petrol shortage. For 2 points. Who is the famous Mensa inventor who created the C5 car? Is it Sir Clive Sinclair, Derek Bayliss or David Dyson?
Clive Sinclair.
Is correct for another 2 points. Over to the Pickers Party and Richard.
Can I have number 5, please, Bob?
Richard's chosen number 5. Let's see what's behind that. Name the Conservative politician seen visiting the Rolls-Royce factory way back there in 1958.
Is it Harold Macmillan?
Harold Macmillan is the correct answer for 2 points. And your second question for the Pickers Party, staying with the Conservatives, what is William Hague's wife called? Is she Fiona, Fionn or Fedora?
Fionn.
Is correct for another 2 points. Well, back to the Three Stooges, and Said, it's your turn to choose a screen.
I'd like 2 please Bob.
Said would like 2. Let's see what's behind that.
Leicestershire County Council have turned the battlefield into a tourist attraction. Well, how significant a battle was Bosworth? Well, one man believes that it was the 3rd most important battle in English history.
Well, Three Stooges, there we saw the site of the Battle of Bosworth, but between which 2 houses did the fighting occur?
The Plantagenets and the Yorks.
Plantagenet and York, you say. I was looking for York and Lancaster, but both from the Plantagenet line. I'll give you that one. Well done. The current monarchy are of which house? Are they Elliot, Windsor, or Mountbatten?
House of Windsor.
Correct for 4 points for the Three Stooges. And to the Pickers party, and it's Brenda's turn.
7, please, Bob.
Brenda's chosen 7. Let's see what's behind that one. Brenda, that was Donald Campbell seen at a press conference in Birmingham back in 1962. But can you name the car he attempted the land speed record in?
Bluebird.
Is correct for 2 points. And for another 2 points, Pickers party, what is the name of the car that currently holds the land speed record? Is it Thrust, Thrust 2, or Thrust SSC?
Thrust SSC.
Is the correct answer for another 2 points. 4 points for Pickers party. Now back to the Three Stooges. Stan, it's your turn.
9, please, Bob.
Stan's going for number 9. Let's see what's on that one. OK, Three Stooges, seen there in 1964. Who's that famous lady from down our alley?
Gracie Fields.
Gracie Fields is correct for 2 points. Now, for another 2 points, she made her home on the Isle of Capri. To which country does the island belong? Is it Spain, Italy, or France?
Italy. Italy.
Italy is correct for another 2 points. Well done, the Three Stooges. Back to the Pickers party, Steve.
I'll have an 8, please, Bob.
Steve's going to have an 8, as he says. Let's see what's behind that.
So, who was the Elephant Man? And what was the disease that caused women to faint in the street? This is the actual skeleton, which now stands in the London Teaching Hospital. But the story started in 1860 in Lee Street, Leicester.
Well, there we saw a clip about the Elephant Man from 1980, but what was his real name?
Tom Eric.
It wasn't. It was Joseph or John Merrick. But try this for another couple of points. Who played the Elephant Man in the film? Was it John Hurt, William Hurt, or Brad Pitt?
John Hurt.
Is correct for 2 points. Which brings us to the end of that round in looking around the region. Well, the scores are as follows. The Pickers party are on 10. And the Three Stooges, 12. Just nosing ahead at this stage as we go into our next round of Where Am I? We show the teams well-known landmarks and places from the region. All they have to do is to identify them, and with each picture there'll be a further 2 questions on that particular place or region. OK, teams, you're on your buzzers for this one. There's no conferring in this round. Let's have a look at this first picture. In which city would you see this university? Pickers party.
Nottingham.
Nottingham is correct for 2 points. Next question, who was manager of Nottingham Forest during the 1998-99 season? Pickers party.
Brian Clough.
It wasn't Brian Clough. I'll hand that one across to the Three Stooges. No conferring on this one.
Graham Turner.
It wasn't Graham Turner, it was Ron Atkinson. And your final question in Nottingham, Nottingham-born Alan Sillitoe wrote which weekend novel later turned into a film? Pickers party.
Saturday night and Sunday morning.
Is correct for 2 points. Here's our next scene. Where would you find this old house? Three Stooges.
Stratford-on-Avon.
It's not. I'll pass that across. Pickers party.
Chester.
It's not. It's Hereford. Let's stay in Hereford for the moment. Which daredevil branch of the army has its headquarters in Hereford? Three Stooges.
The SAS.
The SAS is correct for 2 points. And still in Hereford, Hereford Cathedral is home to which map conceived in 1290? Pickers party.
Mappamundi.
Mappamundi is correct for 2 points. Into our next scene. In which spa town would you find this crescent? Three Stooges.
Cheltenham.
It's not. I'll pass that across to Picker's Party.
Bath.
It's not. It's Buxton. Another spa town. The other spa town. Staying in Buxton, which river runs through Buxton? Three
Trent.
Stooges.
The Trent.
It's not the Trent, Picker's Party.
The Derwent.
It is, in fact, the Wye. And our final question on this one. The original site of the spa is based on a well named after which saint? Three Stooges.
Benedict.
Good try, but it's not the right question, the right answer, I'm afraid. Picker's Party? No conferring on this.
Have a guess. Jacob. He's not
It wasn't.
saint.
It was St. Anne. And into our final scene. In which town is this museum found? The Three Stooges.
Dudley.
No, I'll pass that across to Picker's Party.
Stoke.
Stoke-on-Trent is correct. Well done there, staying in that part of the world. Which novelist based Anne of the Five Towns on Stoke-on-Trent and its surroundings?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear.
I'll repeat the question. Which novelist based Anne of the Five Towns on Stoke-on-Trent and its surroundings? Out of time on that one? The answer was Arnold Bennett. Listen to this now. Picker's Party.
Robbie Williams.
Robbie Williams. It was Robbie Williams, but that's not the answer I was looking for. I'm going to hand that one over to the Three Stooges because I want to know what Robbie Williams' first solo album was called.
Life Through a Lens.
Is the correct answer for 2 points. Which brings us to the end of Where Am I? And the scores are as follows, with the Picker's Party on 18 and the Three Stooges on 16. Picker's Party just ahead at this moment, but plenty of time for the others to catch up, and it's time to take a short break. But before we go, here's a question for you at home to think about. Which famous 18th century Midlands man had a wooden leg? Was it the first Duke of Marlborough, Josiah Wedgwood, or Lord Nuffield? Think on that for a moment as we take a break.
Mum, I'm coming home.
Oh, you're cooking, are you?
Look, Mum, I'm sorry, but I've got a lot on my plate at the moment.
Wherever your journey takes you, Little Chef is right up your street.
Extracts from Alex Ferguson's autobiography and free Football magazine.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait.
Starting in Monday's Sun.
There's no respect.
Hey, Pops, try my incredible new Goodfellas pizza pie. It's a pizza and a pie.
It's a crazy. A pizza is a pizza.
Not this one, Pops.
What are you talking?
I'm talking more juicy tomatoes, more cheese, more herbs. I'm talking crispy. What do you say, Pops? What is it?
It's the tomatoes. It's the pepperoni. It's the herbs. Such a cheese. No, wait, it's so full, so crispy. Is it too much?
No, full and crispy pizza pie from Goodfellas. Tasting is believing.
A Poem About Vimto by Purple Ronnie. Pour it all over your body and spread yourself out on the bed. Then lie back and slowly start drifting to somewhere fantastic instead. Ronnie! Put a Vimto smile on your face.
Little Chef's two-course meal deal, only $5.99.
No, that's right up my street.
Going on holiday abroad? Or travelling on business? Foreign Office travel advice notices are full of really useful information. They'll tell you what you need to know about personal safety, the dangerous areas to be avoided, and lots more. Such as freak weather conditions, dodgy local transport, and health scares, to name but a few. In short, wherever you're off to, travel advice notices will help you avoid getting into hot water abroad. And they cover over 130 countries. Travel advice notices are available on our special website or phone 0171 238 4503. Ask your travel agent for your free travel advice notices, whether you're going for a quiet time or looking for adventure.
Look, chaps. That's why they say don't feed the birds.
Foreign Office travel advice notices. Don't go before you know.
Welcome back. Now, before the break, I asked the question, which famous 18th century Midlands man had a wooden leg? Was it the first Duke of Marlborough, Josiah Wedgwood, or Lord Nuffield? And the answer was Josiah Wedgwood. He had his leg amputated when he was in his 30s after a bout of smallpox. Didn't hinder his progress in life, did it? Let's see how our teams are progressing. Pickers Party, they're on 18. And the Three Stooges on 16. Let's play on. This is the observation round, and we'll show each team a different news story from across the region. They have to watch very carefully indeed, because they'll have to answer 3 questions worth 2 points each. So teams, you can confer in this round, but I'll take the answer from the team captains. Right, the Pickers Party is in the lead, so you go first. We're about to see some of the processes that lead to one of Britain's most celebrated cheeses, the Stilton. Part of the process of making Stilton cheese. Right, Pickers Party. How many women were wearing necklaces?
One.
One is correct. Well spotted. Next question. Did someone appear at the window in the room?
No.
Well, they did, actually. Yes is the answer to that. How many women had ponytails?
Two.
2 is the correct answer. Well spotted. Let's take a look at those shots. There we are, women wearing necklaces. The answer was 1, correct. Did someone appear at the window in the room? Yes, they did. How many women had ponytails? There's 1, and there's another. Well done on that round, Pickers Party. Now, to the Three Stooges, we're going to see Frankie Howard assisting pastry chefs at a Coventry hotel in 1957. The making of a gigantic Christmas pudding. Watch carefully. Some pudding. Now, how many bottles were poured into the mix?
3.
3 is the correct answer. Well spotted. How many professional, and I stress the word professional, how many professional chefs tasted the pudding?
2.
No, just 1 professional chef tasted the pudding there. Was a chef holding a glass bowl?
Yes.
The answer is no, because the bowl was not made of glass, but let's check it out. How many bottles into the mix? Yes, we see 3. There's a third one. How many professionals tasting the pudding? 1 professional chef. And was the chef holding a glass bowl? No, it wasn't made of glass. Which brings us to the end of that round. Let's catch up now. After the observation round, let's catch up on the scores now. The Pickers Party on 22. And the Three Stooges on 18. Still running close, and plenty of time and plenty of opportunity to catch up as we go into our final round. This is the round which decides which team goes forward to the money run. It's called Who Am I? The video wall will display a disguised image of a well-known personality connected with this region. I'll give the teams up to 5 clues as to the identity of that person. The points available for a correct answer will diminish with each clue that I give. But beware, because an incorrect guess hands all the remaining clues to the opposing team. OK, teams, you're on your buzzers. There's no conferring for this one. Here we go. For 5 points. She's a Warwickshire girl whose mum and dad, Geoffrey and Laura, were both actors. For 4 points, the family went to India when she was 3 months. 3 Stooges.
Felicity Kendall.
You say it's Felicity Kendall. Let's take a look at that. And indeed, it is Felicity Kendall, who of course played Barbara, the self-sufficient wife in The Good Life. On to our next one. For 5 points. This Birmingham group made its debut at the Horse and the Three Stooges.
Duran Duran.
It's not Duran Duran. I'll pass this one across to Picker's Party and carry on. For 5 points, this Birmingham group made its debut at the Horse and Hounds in Kings Heath in 1979. For 4 points, the group has its own record label, Depp International. For 3 points, the song Red Red Wine was their first UK number. Picker's Party.
UB40.
Is it UB40 for 3 points? Let's take a look. Yes, UB40, and another 3 points for the Picker's Party. We move on for 5 points. He represented England at the age of 9 in the junior kart racing team, the Three Stooges.
Nigel Mansell.
Nigel Mansell, you think? Let's take a look. Yes, Nigel Mansell, and a very good 5 points there for the Three Stooges. For another 5 points, his real name is Chris Collin, and he was born in 1957. For 4 points, after Warwick University and becoming a college lecturer, he turned to stand-up comedy. For 3 points, the Three Stooges.
Chris Barry.
It's not Chris Barry. I'm going to hand this one across to the Picker's Party. For 3 points, he won the Perrier Award for live comedy at the Edinburgh Festival in 1992. For 2 points, his flatmate and co-presenter was David Baddiel.
Frank Skinner.
Frank Skinner, you think? Well, let's take a look for 2 points. Frank Skinner for 2 points to the Picker's Party. Ooh, we're out of time on that round, and it's time for us to take a quick update on the scores. The Picker's Party at 27. And the Three Stooges at 27. So we're running neck and neck, and we need a winner here. So there's a tie-break question. It's fingers on the buzzers, no conferring. The first correct answer goes through to the money run. Here it is. What is the name of Britain's largest aid agency founded in Oxford in Three Stooges?
Oxfam.
Is the correct answer. Which means that the Three Stooges go forward to the money run. Congratulations. Oh, Picker's Party, you were so close, but never mind. You don't go away empty-handed, because you'll each take with you a memento of your day with us, and we also throw in some days out and about around this great region of ours. Thanks for being such great contestants. Thank you. So now, Three Stooges, we're into the money run, and the Three Stooges must nominate one of their number to act as spokesperson during the money run. That's you, is it, Saeed?
I think so, yes.
OK, Saeed has 90 seconds to give 9 correct answers. Each correct answer is worth £100 on the board. Make it to the 900, we'll throw in another £100. So you could take home today's top prize of £1,000 to share with your team. Now, if you want to confer, you can do, but remember, your time is ticking away. So your time starts after I've asked the first question. Here we go. Whose scientific work was influenced by an apple falling in the Manor House orchard at Woolsthorpe, Lincolnshire?
Sir Isaac Newton.
Correct. In which city is the regional passport office that services the Midlands?
Peterborough.
Correct. Which motorway runs direct from London to Birmingham?
The M1?
No, it's the M40. After grammar school in Derbyshire and RADA, who became the 4th James Bond when he starred in The Living Daylights?
Timothy Dalton.
Correct. Which 19th century poet described Oxford as that sweet city with her dreaming spires?
Pass.
It was Matthew Arnold. Which Buckinghamshire author wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in his...
Roald Dahl.
Correct. Which Northamptonshire stately home has been the seat of the Spencer family since 1508? Correct. Newstead Abbey was home to which 19th century poet?
Pass.
It was Lord Byron. What is the special feature of the Church of St Mary and All Saints, a famous landmark in Chesterfield?
It has a twisted spire.
Correct. Lincoln Castle was built in 1068 during the reign of which King of England?
William I.
Correct. What is called the Sentinel in Stoke-on-Trent and the Telegraph in Coventry?
Newspapers.
Correct. Which MP for Northampton became the only British Prime Minister to be assassinated whilst in office?
Arthur Balfour.
It was Spencer Perceval. What type of consumable do you associate with the towns Buxton, Morven and Ashbourne?
Mineral water.
Correct. And you have won through on the money run to £1,000. Congratulations indeed to Paul, Saeed and Stan, who make up the Three Stooges. Congratulations, all of you. Right, well, that's it from this current edition of Back to the Present. Why don't you join me and two more teams and some wonderful old film clips for another edition next time. For now, bye-bye.
The sleepy borough of Greenwich, the home of time. 12 million visitors are expected to arrive here in search of the ultimate millennium experience. But how many beds will be ready in time for the year 2000?
First edition, Bed and Breakfast 2000, Tuesday at 7:30 on ITV.
On the inside, she can